Yeah.
And welcome back, everyone, to Click the Thing here on Monday Madness, and we're back to excavate Hobbs Barrow. We are no longer
Yeah,
in the
we
room.
are we're going to find out what the hell is going on here.
Yep, there's a hot mess happening here. So yes, we're no longer in the room here on this one. So myself and Burkbot are well, I've actually pressed on here and I played along, and to the game's conclusion. So Burkbot is all new content to you. Um, but seeing that this is how it kind of saved for me, I decided that we'll do a recap of the journal we had because this is,
Yeah.
as I learned, quite crucial to the plot. It's not just
Okay.
rambling of a madman; it actually does have some significance. So, I thought I'd do give us a little bit of a refresher. But how much of it's since it's been a while since you've played the game? How much of it do you
hmm
remember?
So she arrives to this town to try and excavate at a new site at the request of a man who we have not met yet. Um, and yeah, she's kind of investigated. She found that the townspeople are not very helpful, or if they are, they're very vague in their kind of
Hmm.
descriptions of everything. But there seems to be some kind of supernatural. There's fairies. There's kind of a belief in the kind of Celtic lore sort of a thing. So
Yes.
It appears to be a
yeah.
journal.
Yep, that's very much it. And it does seem that her dad may very well have something to do with this area as well. So that seems to be
Mm,
kind of a running theme as well. So, considering keep getting flashbacks to him and her childhood, which is quite interesting. Um, but yeah, that's where we're at now. So this game is basically like split over a couple of days, and I think we've done the first 2 days, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so we're now well and truly into the second act here now. So yeah, all of this now is gonna be new content to you. So, um, yeah, seeing that I have played it to conclusion now, I'm gonna have to try and bite my lip to not spoil anything for you or to give too much away. But yeah, it's we'll see how much of this resonates, as it
mm,
were.
yeah.
I don't wish to carry the burden of
So
it.
you've been excited to come back to this playthrough. So
Mm.
it's either you want to see me implode at how it falls apart because it started off so well, or you're actually excited to play a good game, and see my reactions to a good game. So it's hard to judge for me, what your input in this is going to be. But
I do like
obviously,
that
yeah,
your experience on this channel has been so traumatic that you actually can't even trust your own eyes when you do see when you see your game start off well.
exactly.
um, but no, in fairness, on that point, it is very much a case of the latter rather than the former. It's like genuinely one of those times where like you play a point and click adventure game made now, and it's very much already in the kind of modern classic brackets where it's done things the right way. It's kind of lived within its means a little bit, without necessarily pushing the boat out, and just kind of like being consistent with the story. If that makes sense.
Mm,
Um, when we were playing the first time, the game that it reminded me of the most was Shadow of the Comet, which we played like year one of the channel
yeah.
as well, and it's very much a similar kind of situation where like you go to a town, which is in this case Innsmouth, and or Ilsmouth, I should say, Innsmouth from the actual crafting work, and you do the exact same thing. You go around town, you like meet everybody, learn everyone's names, that sort of stuff for the first day, and then the kind of plot ramps up from there, where the kind of area and intent is there. There's people that to kill you, all that sort of stuff, and what's different about Shadow of the Comet is that the shenanigans drag on a lot. To the extent where like going like, okay, I actually don't know what we're playing anymore. Who are we killing this time? Like, are we taking out all the Lovecraftian fucking horrors? Like, I thought we were only dealing with one, So that kind of overcooked it a little bit for me. So
Yeah.
the scenario you were describing there is definitely Shadow of the Comet, where it's like it starts off really strong and it has a great premise, but then it just doesn't know where to go from there. So like
Mm.
Hobbs Barrow would be, I would say certainly somebody might have played something like the Shadow of the Comet or similar games to that, and
And just dialed it back a bit.
exactly, yeah, or just learn from their mistakes in that respect. And
Yeah.
it's just a storytelling thing. That's all it is. It's just knowing that like, okay, we've covered this ground again. Let's not rehash the same shit over and over again. And as that sounds, also the kind of just production has got better as well. I know it's kind of weird to say talking about a point and click game, but it's also like there was because there was voice acting back then as well, but it was more of a case of that, you know, like mechanically you can do things a little bit better, or you can just focus on the things that you can control, which would be the writing, the story, the characters, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't remember anything else about it.
I was told.
But certainly, like this is definitely taken from the more British folk horror aspect of it, rather than the kind of I guess what would end up being a horror action kind of vibe, which out of the comics, you know, which was ultimately all their things really.
Good day, Miss Tompkins.
I'm here for his lordship's paper.
Sorry, lass. Mr. Price hasn't dropped them off this morning.
We got a little bit of
Indeed.
a bit more detail there from Stanley.
Oh dear. His lordship.
Yeah, so basically, when we went to bed last night, there we had that kind of weird dream in the purple verse, where some goblin basically says, "I know your father." I was like, "Yeah, I've heard that in the pub before, mate. Don't worry about that." But yeah, so there was like, so maybe that's who we were talking to, was the hobgoblin. So that could very well be the case here.
A small bronze plate states the name Lake Cubilius. The knife is stuck deep in the table.
Interesting. I just had a Google there for the crack of like what Lake Cubilius is. It's actually a different game. It's a hat tip to a different game completely.
That I was wondering. I was like, is that a reference to something? I've never heard of that.
No, it's legit just a different area, different game altogether.
Okay.
Yeah, might be worth taking the note for later for future reference. Like in fairness, they don't go tonto with the references in this game, but when they do, it's actually like, you know, fairly pointed.
Peculiar idea.
We played some games recently. I think what was it? There's another game called Thimblewood Park, which might show up on this channel at some point. But it is just wall to wall references of LucasArts. Like it's now I know there were some people involved in the game that were from the LucasArts kind of realm, but they kind of went a bit too far with it. It was like, hey, look, here's this bit referencing Maniac Mansion. It's like, really? Is it in a fucking mansion? Wow, what a shock! Like it's you know. Sometimes it's a reference, and sometimes it's a bit of like, you know, kind of like, what's the word? Kind of like, you know,
An act, like hitting you over the head with it, sort of a thing.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's that sort of thing where like it's like, okay, like you're trying to make it too obvious, but you're also trying to like, you know, it's like a cheap pop essentially. You're trying to, you know, it was like if you like LucasArts, you're not like us. It was like, well, maybe just make a better game. You know, that could work too. You know. So your man who was playing Knifey Spoony last night left his knife here, stuck into the fucking table. So it's like, yeah, I mean, I've never known a point and click adventure that doesn't need a knife at some point. So you know, might as well have ourselves armed just in case.
Yeah, come back for that later.
Right.
Exactly.
I need to convince Mr. Bryden to let me excavate Hobbs' Barrow and find out where this journal came from.
Now, another very underrated thing that this game does is that it keeps things on a very linear path. Like there's not very little kind of distractions in that respect.
Yeah.
So even if you do like, so if you do, as it were, the kind of LucasArts thing where you have to like kind of solve 3 things at once to get to the next level, or to the next part of the plot, everything's kind of like in a very contained. So it's not as if like you're missing one thing in particular. You might figure out, like, you might see the third puzzle first, and then it kind of shuffles the solutions around that way. But in fairness, like that, like the actual design, the puzzle design is quite tight, and it's only really when kind of things kick into gear a little bit do you actually need to engage the brain a little bit. And in a way, like I'm also kind of trained from like playing really obtuse point and click adventures where like sometimes it's the most complicated solution that's the right answer as opposed to the simplest. So.
Good morning, Father Roach.
Oh, he's back from his trek around the forest.
He's recovered from his bloodletting, which is nice to see.
Indeed. What do you know of Lord Panswick?
Oh yes, a rather important
Like Panswick is just a word that just gives you an ick permanently, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like it sounds like like a some sort of topical cream you put on a sore, isn't it? Like it's it's like please consult your doctor if Panswick is right for you.
dedicated to remains a matter of concern.
Why do you say that?
Oh, my apologies. Don't listen to my oafish conjecture. Let us move on.
He's always tripping over his words, that guy.
Yes.
Congregation members.
It's like he's biting his tongue for some reason.
You're welcome to join us.
Thank you, Father Roach, but I have quite a busy day ahead of me.
Class dynamics in a small rural town in England in the 1920s. I'm shocked and appalled.
Recognize this journal.
What a tatty old thing. You ought to take better care of your possessions, Miss Bateman.
It's not mine.
Then whose is it?
That's precisely what I'm trying to find out.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I haven't seen it before.
What do you make of this stone?
So at this point, we don't know who wrote that journal. Basically, when we had our dream of the hobgoblin, he basically said that he's gonna give us evidence of like of that his father was of Thomasina's father being here. So this is when the journal and that stone showed up at the same time, or rather in the morning after. So we still don't quite know the whole context there, but
Thomasina!
there seems to be quite a lot of like prophetic gibberish in the in that journal. So
Feeling all right?
I am not used to drinking as much as we did.
Aye. My head is pounding.
To
I mean,
tell you the truth,
it is not an example of character development. We started off this game by giving him a slap, and now suddenly we're drinking buddies.
my room.
Funny that
Yeah.
works, isn't it?
Whose journal is it?
I have no idea. The text refers to some sort of excavation.
Stanley must be playing tricks on you.
He swore his innocence. I thought perhaps you might have done it.
No, it wasn't me.
Now again, you're not the most reliable narrator considering you black out most days anyway.
Yeah,
No,
I was
like-
gonna say he absolutely could have done it while blackout drunk.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Aye. I even remember most of it this time. Thanks for listening to me going on. I really appreciate it.
The feeling is mutual. Thank you too, Arthur. Shouldn't you be manning the station?
I think that what really kind of gets across in this game is the kind of desolation of the area. Like it's so slate grey and grim, and just
Capital.
even the people are just kind of just getting by. Like they're not
Yeah.
well, they're not good, they're not nice. It's
They're not
just the
thriving.
area they're in. Like
The sound effects are class, like the real bird sounds.
Yeah.
Of a madman.
I don't disagree. Did the
and the fact that like when you don't hear any kind of sound effects, it kind of has that kind of effect of like something's off.
Yeah.
So it does that very, very
Who's
well.
Mother Mildred?
Some think her a witch.
A witch?
Aye. She might be able to help you with the symbols.
Where can I find her?
She lives alone in a little cottage within Herne Wood here. You shouldn't have
Have we
much trouble
found that?
finding her.
Cottage.
No, no, we haven't actually. So that was that area that the lads were clearing out earlier on. That was blocking off the cottage. So
Oh yeah.
so we will be able to now that we know now that we know that the cottage exists in that area, we can go to it. So it's that kind of
Ah yes.
it's been that kind of thing. Whenever we like, if you remember when we were playing it, like basically, like, Thomasina would go out to the moors because she didn't know what's out there. So
Yeah.
oh, hello,
Oh, we've got another memory.
we do.
Thomasina, dear, come say goodbye to
Like, everything's just so much more colourful in the past. Like there is literally a rose tinted glass on the whole
Yeah.
cutscene.
Very true.
Yeah.
Or is it she's thinking back fondly on something?
Those are strong
Yeah.
words for such a little lady.
I want to come with you.
We've been through this, little bird. You can't come with me this time, but we'll go to Seaborough next month. I promise. Oh, what a dig that shall be.
I hate you.
Well, I love you. See you soon, little bird.
Taking a while. Now, I wonder why she's remembering that in particular.
Interesting.
Yeah. It kind of shows you how times change as well, considering that like they are basically living in a fancy house in London, for all intents and
Yeah.
purposes. Well, nice and colourful. Let's now go to the Midlands where colour died.
They ran out of paint halfway through.
Yeah, somewhere just so it's just somewhere where the M1 is in England, just the color stops. Just that's it. You know when like you cross the border here and like the road markings change from white to yellow or whichever way it is, and like it's just like oh shit, we've gone back in time, folks. My phone is telling me we're in a forbidden land now.
Oh, here we go.
Yep, sounds about right. I mean, when I think of a witch, I think of this.
The old woman I saw at Bewley Station. Please, forgive
So
me.
yes, this is the one that saw us at the coming in on the train station and basically said you're not welcome here.
Some
Yeah.
call me that. I prefer Mildred Walker, given as that's my name.
Apologies. Thomasina Bateman. I think we met at Bewley Station.
I take it Panswick's men have cleared off. Good riddance. Those ruffians would cut their own noses off if he asked them to.
Yes, I agree. The working class are awful.
I recognised you the moment I laid eyes on you at the station.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, yeah, it's quite a striking
Oh.
family resemblance.
Oh.
You have your father's eyes, Miss Bateman.
Well, now.
You knew my father?
So that's the first person in town that's confirmed that he actually has been in Beauty before.
Yeah.
He was here. In Bewley.
Oh, yes. A long time ago.
So
mind.
now that's twice now the Hobgoblin has been correct in saying that she will have proof of him being here today.
Why was my father in Bewley?
You were helping Samuel Bride and excavate Hobbs Barrow.
You must be jesting.
Do I look like I'm jesting?
Well, then
That's a term we have. Don't. It's fallen out of the vernacular.
it has, hasn't
Come
it?
to meet my father.
I want to bring it back.
Is that your year? Do you know what? Tomorrow when you go back to work there, just throw in the word jesting and see what happens, and just watch all the head tilts from your
Esteemed colleague.
Esteemed colleagues.
Your father must have caught wind of this. One day he came to me, asking for a cure.
A cure for what?
Your mother was with child, and she was suffering the most terrible nausea.
Had